Hey guys, welcome to my channel Rapidliterature. Today's topic is Fritz by Satyajit. So let's start. Satyajit Ray always approached to his stories to an universal interest. Fritz, one of Ray's horror story, is about a protagonist named Chaudhury who returns to his childhood place and recollects some past memories which seems unnatural now. The characters are Chaudhury and Shankar as the narrator. The story takes place in first person with Shankar as the narrator. Please note, the entire story takes place in Bundi, a small town in Rajasthan. The story begins in a circuit house in Bundi, which Chaudhury had visited as a child with his parents. Chaudhury returned to Bundi after 31 years accompanied by his friend Shankar. He seemed low when Shankar asked him the reason. Chaudhury said that it was bothering him that even after 31 years, the place hasn't changed. Chaudhury started feeling nostalgic. Chaudhury started recollecting his childhood memories. The first memory he recalled was about Fritz, a doll. He told his friend Shankar about Fritz and how the doll was destroyed by two stray dogs. He also added that how Fritz was important to him and how he couldn't save him. The doll Fritz was brought by Chaudhury's uncle from Switzerland. It was a 12-inch long figure of an old man dressed in traditional Swiss style. It is important to note that the man who sold the doll to Chaudhury's uncle told him to call it Fritz. Chaudhury narrates that how he has lost Fritz. It was because of two stray dogs that he had lost Fritz. Because of the tug-of-war between the two dogs, Fritz was beyond recognition, and Chaudhury had to bury it under the ground, under the deodar tree in the garden. At night, Chaudhury suddenly woke up from sleep, recognizing an abrupt move. He felt like something walked over his chest and woke Shankar up and said what had happened with him. Shankar had a detailed survey of the room and concluded that there was nothing. Then Chaudhury showed Shankar some circular marks on the cover of his quilt. Shankar deduced that to be the footprints of the cat. The next day, Chaudhury convinces Shankar that it was Fritz who walked over his chest last night. Shankar was worried about Chaudhury's deep-seated grief with the doll. Shankar therefore said Chaudhury to dig up the ground where he had buried Fritz. They went into the garden to dig up the ground, and guess what they found? On digging the ground, at the surprise of the narrator, they found a skeleton, a human skeleton, which was the size of the Fritz, 12 inches. Yes, this is where the supernatural element has been put. The author left the story open-ended here to let us interpret whether Fritz was just a doll or any supernatural element, or it's a fragment of Chaudhury's memory. I would like to see your interpretations in the comment box below. It is not only about the supernaturalism present in the story, it is also about the memory, the role of memory that has a very important role here. From the point of view of your exam, please to study some points under the role of memory of Chaudhury and the Fritz as a supernatural element in the story. Don't forget to study the character of Shankar as well, because being a companion and giving a support to Chaudhury here was also very important. I hope you guys liked the video. Then don't forget to share it with your friends. Please do subscribe it and don't forget to comment what I've asked you for. Happy learning!